global problems affect the life not only of certain individuals but the society in general. One of the global dilemmas that can consequently lead to the severe outcome is overpopulation. The major purpose of the paper is to discuss the problem of overpopulation, highlight the risks and environmental problems, as well as make an accent on the ways of regulation this issue. As a matter of fact, overpopulation is a modern ecological problem. According to the recent researches, the number of people increases every year with tremendous speed. In 1900, the population reached the point of 1.5 billion of people, whereas by 1960 the population has already doubled. Moreover, by 1999, the population doubled again. Every person consumes a lot of resources, and overpopulation is considered to be a threat. The only solution is birth control and improvement of the quality of life. The human overpopulation takes place in those countries where the population is bigger than food and water resources. However, birth control encounters many obstacles. Among them are the following, namely negative reaction of the society, the enormous role of religion that encourages having many children, primitive communal forms of living, illiteracy and ignorance, poor development of medicine, and other. Thus, the countries of the Third World are the most vulnerable in relation to the overpopulation. Environmental problem, overpopulation, and underdevelopment are directly linked to a possible threat of lack of the resources in the nearest future. The majority of countries that experience a rapid increase in population have poorly developed agricultural segment. The solution is to boost the productivity. However, the increase in usage of fertilizers, pesticides, and chemicals leads to a deterioration of the ecological situation and increasing concentrations of substances that are harmful to human food. The interference of a human being into ecology leads to the lack of water that is good for drinking. In case people do not address the issue, a number of questions will arise, namely, landfills and pollution of the surface of the planet, the destruction of the forests, shortage of mineral resources, hazardous impact on the marine ecosystem, air and water pollution with CO2 emissions. The only solution that will mitigate the impact of the overpopulation is the birth control programs. The demographic situation in the Eastern world has already reached the point when the government found it essential to interfere. In the number of states, the measures directed to the reduction of the population were vital for implementation. One of the examples is China, which established the principle one child for one family. The objective of the government was to control overpopulation. The average number of children who were born in China from one woman decreased from about 5 to 1. Thus, the restriction policy was successful, and the government reached the goal. The government encourages families to have one child, however, with the birth of the second baby, the family will be liable to pay a fee. Throughout the history, the number of people was always controlled by wars and epidemics. Every time the number of people decreased, the society experienced rapid development. Nevertheless, nowadays, the society has already gained a significant experience that can be used in the treatment of different diseases. Thus, there are almost no factors that would significantly decrease the number of people. In conclusion, it should be stressed that the situation regarding the overpopulation demands the solution. The issue should receive the priority not only on the governmental but global levels as well. Overpopulation can lead to severe consequences and become the reason for the destruction of the planet and humanity. You can find this and many other essay samples on our website studycorgi.com.